3 years ago, I packed my bags and came to the UK to pursue my masters. I literally came with zero expectations to start this new chapter, and honestly, the person I was back then feels so different from who I am today. If I had spent these years in India, I do not think I would have grown as much as I've grown by staying here in the UK. Moving to a completely different country is not just about adjusting to that new place, but it completely changes you inside out, and I've experienced that firsthand. So in this video, I am going to talk about that. One of the biggest changes I've noticed in myself is how confident and independent I've become. I always used to struggle with my confidence back in India because I never really got to express it. But I just feel so happy over here being myself. I can do whatever I want. And also back in India, I would be relied on someone else to do even the smallest things, like it could be my family, it could be Nishant, it could be my friends. But over here, I think the UK really forces you to step outside and do everything by yourself. After coming here, I've literally sorted my bank things out, like opening my bank account and everything, which used to really scare me in India. It still does. But you know, I've literally done that all by myself. I've navigated public transport over here, which again, it's really intimidating in India. But you know, I take a bus every day to go to work now, and I just know everything. Like over here, it's really simplified as well. So it's really easy for you to do that. And I had never thought about it, but I've also traveled on my own. Going to different places, new places over here, and I would have never done that in India. I would have never traveled anywhere by myself unless it was for work, but you know, just to meet some friends or anything like that. I doubt if I would do that in India. So you know, these things once felt really intimidating, but now because I've done it over here, it's just so easy. Another huge shift that I've seen is also living by myself, living all alone. Honestly, before this, I had never lived by myself ever. And I literally took a plane and came here, and that was literally the first time I've ever lived by myself. And that thought used to really scare me. Also, especially being away from my parents. But you know, over time, I think I've just grown to get used to that feeling. And I've also learned how to live by myself, kind of like enjoy my own company and how to entertain myself. I've discovered so many things just about myself. I have started to, you know, paint. I've started to do things that I used to really enjoy. But over here, after coming here, I've really discovered that I like doing it, and I like listening to the music and everything like that. I'm also a very short-tempered person. I still am. But you know, in India, it was easy to kind of just express my anger sometimes. After coming here and after living by myself, I never do that. I never express my anger. So it's basically, if I had done something like a mistake, it's because of me, right? So I couldn't get angry on myself. So it used to be like, what will I do if I express my anger? So it's also taught me patience, which is so important. And I've also started to cook after I came over here, which I never did in India. I've never really went out and got groceries for myself. So obviously, like, UK did force me to do that. And also I literally learned to survive on my own. So if I was literally on an island, not an island, maybe like if I was in another country, I would survive by myself, because the situation is different on an island and the situation is different in, obviously things are not available on an island. So I've really learned to not be dependent on anyone, if that makes sense. And it's taught me resilience and self-reliance. Also, meeting people from all over the world has definitely been like a life-changing experience. The UK is so multicultural, and it has people from all over the world. And you know, through my university, my job, and even just like my social life, I've met so many people from, you know, different parts of the world, the country, and I've really learned about different cultures, especially the British culture, but also I have friends from other countries, from like Europe and everything. So it's made me understand about different cultures, and they've also started to understand the Indian culture because I'm an Indian. So we definitely do share a lot of knowledge with each other, and every conversation, every friendship has definitely opened up my mind. Like I do not think that would have been possible if I was in India. So it's always really nice that it's taught me something which like about the world, and that is like really useful information. So if I travel, I know what to do and everything like that. But of course, it's not always been a smooth sailing. The most difficult part of my life was I've spent 5 long months unemployed in the UK, and that was not just like the lowest point of the UK experience, but it was the lowest point of my life. All that uncertainty, rejection, self-doubt, it all was really, really overwhelming. I really feel you guys out there who are looking for a job in the UK. The job market is so bad right now, and it's really, really difficult. But do trust yourself and just keep applying, and just watch all my other videos if you have any doubts, or please message me if you want to, and I'll respond to you. But I think in those unemployed months, I think it's definitely taught me patience, and it's definitely taught me how to not give up on yourself, which is again really, really important. I would also like to add that another big thing is that I've grown financially. Obviously, I was doing a job in India and I have earned money in India, but it's completely different to being here in the UK and earning in pounds. The currency is so different, and especially when you earn in pounds, the responsibility is more, because then you really need to manage like how to budget, how to save. And I am naturally good at saving money, but obviously it's just like that little responsibility that you're earning in pounds and you need to save for your future type of a thing. So again, living abroad really forces you to be financially disciplined, and for me it is actually I've become more flexible now that I've been earning in pounds. I never like to treat myself ever, but I've learned to kind of be flexible and treat myself once in a while when I think I really deserve it. So yeah. And finally, I think the biggest change is in my mindset, I would say. Moving here has definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone completely, because I've faced loneliness, I've faced challenges, I've faced failures, but at the same time I've also built strength, courage, and my mind has become stronger to be away from the family. I know I can control my emotions better, and obviously I have that sense of independence which I never thought I could have. I was that little shy girl in India, but I've definitely become a more confident Aarati in the UK. I definitely see the world differently now. I see myself differently, and I'm really proud of the person I am becoming. And 3 years ago when I came to the UK, like I said, I came here with zero expectations. I literally thought I would just pursue my masters. I would probably take post-study work visa and try for a job. I always had a plan B with me to go back to India and find a job in some company. But I did want to really push myself and see how things go over here in the UK, to really test myself and to see if I really have the chance. Last year when I got a job in the UK over here in Derby, I again had a plan B with me. I thought that I'll probably work over here and then probably find a job which can sponsor me. But luckily I ended up in one. My boss was really happy with me and she decided to sponsor me. Even though it is a small company, she did decide that, and I now have a skilled worker visa with me, which again, like I said 3 years ago, I had no idea this was planned, like God had planned this for me. I would have never ever imagined that my life was going to be this way. I literally just was working towards my goal, and I could really say that hard work really pays off. The last few months have been really difficult for me, especially with the whole skilled worker visa application process. But do not worry, I'm going to make loads and loads of videos on this, how I got it, when I got it, what was the procedure, what was the timeline, what do you need to do, how much is the cost. Every single thing I'm going to cover on this channel in the next coming year or so, or in the next few months. And obviously the skilled worker visa now allows me to stay in the UK for 5 more years. So my channel is definitely going towards that way now, and I'm really excited for it. And again, like I said, I'm going to make videos, so do subscribe to this channel, because I want to really share some tips that I probably made those mistakes. I do not want you to make those mistakes if you are getting a skilled worker visa. And I think that's about it. I just wanted to make this really nice announcement, and so nice that I've just finished 3 years in the UK, which is absurd to me. I can't believe it's already been 3 years. It literally feels like I came here last year, but I think this country just feels like home now in some way. But yeah, I would just conclude this video over here, and I'll make more videos definitely on this. I would just like to say and end this video on a note that this journey has been full of ups and downs, but every experience has shaped me into the person I am today. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and please do subscribe to my channel so that you get to see all the videos on the skilled worker visa and how I got it and everything like that. I'm going to share literally every single detail about it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a huge like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.